Hello, my friends. Welcome to another reading vlog. If you're new here, my name is Christine, and it's good to see you. So, let's go ahead and get into things. I've got a couple of updates. So I woke up early this morning, earlier than usual this morning for me. I spent the morning with my mom. We went to her doctor's appointment. I stayed in the car while she went in. She had to call ahead to make sure they had space for her with the distancing and stuff. It was just a follow-up on her shoulder surgery. Great news. She's just a little stiff, but she no longer has to wear the sling for her arm for the shoulder. So great. She's making great improvement there. So she's downstairs now scheduling physical therapy. She's got to do 2 sessions a week for 8 weeks, I believe is what she said. So there's that. And she'll do those obviously on her own. I don't need to go with any of that. Let's see. And then we did that, and we went to, because she likes to play the organ, so we went to the church by here so that she could practice playing the organ. And her goal was to be able to play the Christmas music. She loves playing the Christmas music. Once they start singing Christmas music at church, so she did good practicing. Just needs to practice and brush back up on some of the songs, but she did good. And then we went to Harmon. She wanted to get some stamps. I had to get a prescription for my prescription was test strips for the meter where I just checked my blood sugar, which my blood sugar's been running low recently. So I got to figure out what I'm doing differently, or if it's just the medication or what. But that'll take some time. But I'm doing okay. And I started to feel, as the day just progressed, from when I woke up, and it just got worse, kind of like it was wound up tight internally, and it was physically. It wasn't emotional or anything. I just felt very wound up. So I left one of these little fuzzy keychain balls in her car, except the one in her car is bright pink. So when we went to Harmon so they could pick up my prescription and so she can get stamps, I took that out of the glove box of her car and went into our grocery store, which is Harmon's, and just rubbed on that. And I thought while I was there, because I was thinking it's getting close to lunchtime, because it's now 11:17. And so I thought I could make myself a grilled cheese sandwich today, and have it with chips, which would be fine. I could make myself a salad and have some of the chicken that I cooked in it. But I thought, well, I'm at the grocery store, and I haven't had chicken legs and chicken wings for a long time. And I could smell the chicken from the deli, or wherever they do the chicken. I could smell that. It smelled so good. I started to get really excited. I thought, that's what I'm going to have for lunch. Something that I'm excited for, because I've wound up tight. I want something that I'm excited for, and then just to love on a fuzzy thing. So I did that. I'm feeling better and more calm. Took some deep breaths. And it's not like I was having a panic attack or anything. I just felt tight inside. Just tense, and just kind of like if you have a wind-up toy, how you just get it wound up so it's really tight. Kind of like that. That's the best way I can think of. So, yeah, but I'm home, doing good. So let me go ahead and start with a reading update. So I'm still reading The Chill by Scott Carson. However, I will finish this today. I am on page 396, and there's 435 pages. So just this teeny little bit here. So I will finish this. I hope to have this done. I have a virtual therapy appointment scheduled for 1. So I hope to have this done before then. So after I finish doing this little update, I'm going to relax and read. So that's my update there. One thing I am going to try, because I lost some footage from I don't know if lost footage is the right term, but when I was trying to edit, like transfer the bits of video from the memory card on the camera to my computer to edit, then some of the clips didn't transfer, saying there was an issue with that particular clip and so it couldn't transfer. So I don't know if it got corrupted, if that's what that means, or what happened. So I think I'm going to try after, like at the end of the day when I'm done doing updates, go ahead and transfer things over, because I've just left things on the memory card, and then when I was ready to edit the whole thing, then transfer it over and edit and upload it immediately. So, but I think I'm going to try at the end of the day, just so I can make sure I've got the footage that I wanted and needed, go ahead and just edit that and get it saved on the computer, and then just obviously reopen it and add stuff as I go. So I'm going to try doing that. See if that makes my life just a little easier. We'll see. One other thing I found when I was going through my closet, this notebook. This is, I'm I need to put this in my lockbox that's like a fire protecting box type of a thing and flood protecting, but it is full with other very special things from family. But this needs to go in there, but it's so full. But I did ask for Christmas for another lockbox, so I can put items in that one, and then in the other one I can have documents that I need, like for my car, medical, vision, other stuff like that that's important that I need to hold on to. But what's special about this is my grandpa wrote in this. So here's my grandpa's writing. This is what his writing used to look like. And it's still, I received a letter from him, but it's put away not that long ago, like 2-3 weeks ago. The writing is the same, but you can tell it's shaky. It's just got that shakiness to the writing. But what's really special about this one, it's all his writing, but the first date in here is May 15th of 1988. And this is one I went and spent a couple of days or a week or something in Farmington, New Mexico with my grandma and grandpa and my Uncle Dean that was living there, and my Aunt Charlotte. So it's just interesting, and I see glimpses of where he was just a little concerned about something that was probably hints. If the right person would have noticed, they would have said she's at that age. If they would have noticed me doing these things, they probably would have said she's on the autism spectrum back then. But I don't know. I just see things, like he said, I was always talking, and that's, and some of it, so you got to go, is it the autism or is it being a kid, or both? I don't know, but I would just talk and talk, and I could talk to a pole. I could talk to, like, they had a swing set in their backyard, and I would swing and kind of walk around the swing set just talking, no one around me. And he mentioned in here, he said, could it be she is talking to angels? And I thought that was very sweet. So he's got stuff in there, and they would have me say prayers at night, and I would always say, he's got it in here. He says, when she went to bed, Grandma helped with prayers, but she, talking about me, always said, bless my mama, my daddy, and my Fred. Fred was a black German Shepherd mix that I had as a child. So I've always had pets. And then he talks about me. They had a boxer called Lucy, and just that I considered Lucy their boxer, just a member of the family. Wasn't a dog, wasn't just a member of the family. They taught me how to play baseball with a plastic bat and that. So there's me. I am 4 years old there, because in May, of 88, I would have turned 5, but since my birthday's in December, since this was May, I was 4. And there's me and my Aunt Charlotte. She's tossing me the ball. I look at these, and it's like, I remember feeling even at this young age, just such concern, and I had trouble reading people, because in my grandpa's writing, he even said that I was always so gentle with him. I was always afraid to hurt him, and I had trouble understanding their emotions, if they were sad, happy, mad, anything. I had I had trouble with that, and I was always very careful when I climbed on the lap. And there was one time I was in a car going from Utah to New Mexico, and my grandma was in the back seat, and she slept, and I used to read in the car. But I think that's because I was so short because I was a child, so the stuff going by in the windows didn't bother me because I couldn't see them. But I remember having books. My mom was very big with getting me to read when I was very little. And so I had books that I was taking with me on vacation to New Mexico. And I would lightly, rather than saying, "Grandma, I want another book, wake up," or something, I would lightly touch her. And if she didn't wake up, I'd sit for a little, and then I'd try and tap her again until, leave her there. Anyway, so I was just very concerned. And I always put everyone else's concerns above my own, even at that young age. And he says that in here. And that's me. It's like, holy cow, those blue eyes. And that strawberry blonde hair. I think my hair is getting darker, but I'm also getting gray in it. I remember this plant stand. She kept plants on it. They had that for years. And last time I was there, they obviously don't have it anymore. I'm trying to see, because these are fun. And then, so that's 1988, and then the same things kind of happened next year. Oh, there was in 89, so when I was 5 years old, there was a day when my aunt was at school, my uncle was at work, and then my grandma and grandpa both had to work, so they took me to one of their neighbors to babysit me. And they said I was very apprehensive and shy, but I got over it quickly because I found out that they had some new white kittens. So, always loved cats. And then he also mentions in here that I would be okay going back, but not for so long. So, yeah. I remember going, even after my mom and dad divorced, going to babysitters. I hated it. I hated it so much because it was so unpredictable, and you're dealing with the noise from other kids, and there's just no real routine with the babysitters. I hated it so much. Anyway, in this one, I'm watching Cinderella. I'm so intense. Look at that intense gaze. That's such an intense gaze, just watching Cinderella. He says right here, because he's got an arrow pointing to it, he says that I watched it 3 times and was concerned when it was returned to the store. I was always busy. I still always have to be doing something, whether sit and read, or I can't just sit. I've got to be doing something. And then that's just on the swing set. But I'm watching my grandpa work on the computer to try and maybe type a letter, I think. To my mom and dad, because, oh, yeah. He says, here we are writing a letter on the computer for mom and dad because they are homesick. But yet I was the one not home. They were home. So, anyway. Oh, and then here's a picture where I'm watching TV while eating lunch. For lunch, I had an Eggo, bacon, and milk, followed by an orange Disney pop, because I remember those popsicles. Disney came out with popsicles that looked like Disney characters, like Donald Duck, Minnie Mouse, Daffy, Goofy, Pluto. And I had an orange one that looked like a mouse. And they said that I called it Mickey, but after a while I was not so sure, so I got another one and it looked like Goofy. And evidently I was very noisy eating Goofy because he made a lot of noise. So anyway, there's eating that. Oh, and then here's one, playing with a 5-in-1 bubble machine. It has a bubble shooter, a bubble wand, bubble pipe, bubble kazoo, and of course a bottle of bubbles. And he says, as the photo shows, she got most of the bubble fluid on the ground. slip through her fingers, but they make that stuff in the gallon. So they were actually fine with this. I remember that, dropping that. I remember being so afraid that they would be mad. And I thought they were acting nice and weren't telling me the truth when they said everything was fine. I remember being so concerned that I had offended them, I had upset them. I was gonna be in so much trouble at one point. But nope, everything was fine. I'm not gonna show that picture because that's with the neighbor kid, and I don't know who that kid is. There I am, doing some kind of drawing, always doing something. And they said I would start doing something, I'd get distracted and run off to go do something else, and so they had to play whatever I was doing to finish it, like a puzzle or something. And they would tease each other saying we're learning how to play like a little girl, or we're playing little girl, something like that. My grandma doing my hair. I remember that, sitting on the counter, her doing my hair. I remember drawing on that right here. It's kind of like a little totem pole thing I was drawing faces on. Just me. My mom made this outfit. She used to make a lot of my dresses. Let me see if I can find... Oh, here's another one that she made. Hang on. Oh, here we go. Here's me with their dog, Lucy. That's Lucy. On Grandpa's swing set. But I'll show you one of the dresses. So my mom made that outfit. And then she also made... And there's two other pictures after this, but I won't show those because I don't know if... I know my mom would not want that picture out there. You know, you're just self-conscious sometimes. And then my dad, and I don't know how he feels, so we're not even going to worry about that. But my mom made that dress. I don't think I was too happy about going to church. So, yep. Yeah. So, anyway, so those are those pictures. I thought that was really fun. I read the whole thing, and he mentions, and I remember this too, going to the store, they had to pick up something, and I would ask if I could get a little toy or a treat or goodie or whatever. I don't remember what I would ask for, obviously. But they would say, no, we're here just for milk or whatever the case may be. And that I would be very ladylike and polite, and that would be the end of it. I wouldn't throw a tantrum, wouldn't throw a fit. It's just like, okay. But I remember, so I would say okay because I had to act a certain way. I had to be polite. I had to be the good grandchild. I had to make things easy for them. But inside, I was thinking, did they say it because they're mad at me? What did I do to offend them? Why? We're trying to analyze it. And why did they say no? Why? Just, I don't know. So and I did talk to my therapist about that one time, and he's like, yeah, that's definitely something that someone with autism can struggle with, is just analyzing things like that. And I remember doing that as a child. So anyway, I thought that was fun to go through. So I am going to put this away for right now. And I am going to just relax, try and finish the chill. Yeah, I've got about an hour and a half before my appointment. I hope, be able to finish this. So I will just keep you updated. I have some thoughts, kind of, about this so far, but I want to finish it before I let you know my thoughts and what I'll rate it and all that. So I will check in a little bit. Okay, another update for you. I've had my therapy session. It went very well. So now we are on, sorry the lighting's weird. I've got my overhead light on because it's cloudy and snowing outside. So there it is. therapy went well. I'm now on an as-needed basis, so I don't have another standing appointment. It's kind of freeing, but kind of nerve-wracking at the same time. But I know I'm ready for it. I feel like I'm going to sneeze. Nope, going away. Okay. So right before my session, I finished The Chill. There is something in here that I thought was a great description. If I can find it, because I was so... Oh, yep, I underlined it. I loved this. The past was always present. It lived in antiques and memories, war stories and warnings, but it was never gone and never passive. I thought, what a great way to look at the past as never passive, because it is around us. We should study the past if we can, so that we can learn from mistakes of the past and never repeat those mistakes. So that's my thinking. Anyway, so my thought, 5 point of views. So you have the grandma in one point of view, but then her point of view is very slim as far as how often it happens. And then there's a point of view from like a chapter here or there where it's from different people. So I'm going to count that all as kind of, even though they're different points of view, the importance of them is collectively would count as one point of view. I hope that makes sense. Because they're just not in there a lot to help you get to know the characters more, as well as the plot development. It's just kind of there to give you a little extra aha moment type of a thing. You're following mostly Gillian, her father, Deshawn, Steve, who is the sheriff, and Steve's son, Aaron. At some points, it felt like the point of views were a little much as far as too many points of views. But once you get past a certain point and get immersed in the story enough, it's perfectly fine. I would have preferred if there was something saying, okay, we're heading into Steve's point of view, or Aaron's, or Gillian's, or who, or Deshawn and stuff. But yeah, this is, let me get my phone. Let me get it pulled up here. So The Chill is on Goodreads, is classified as a horror. No. Thriller. Maybe. Mystery. Not really any mystery. Supernatural, yes. Paranormal, yes. Suspense. I can see the suspense more than the horror, and the thriller more than the horror. Fantasy. I think because there's ghosts, it's a fantasy. I don't see fantasy as just ghosts. I see that as just paranormal. So I think the classification, I can see how people would think this is a horror and a thriller. Not my type of a horror. Thriller-wise, no, not really for me. Suspenseful, maybe a little bit. Maybe more thriller. I don't know. But I gave it 4 stars. I liked it. Even though I don't really see the horror thriller, that stuff very much in it. I can see it a little bit. But I realized when reading this book, I love when books take place on water, in water, around water. Yeah, and there's a lot of raining in the book. So if you love rain, but yeah, so I love water, and so I love stories that take place there. So that was a huge love, so I'm sold on it. I gave it 4 stars, and I liked the writing in it. I thought it was well done, so I'm definitely going to look. Let me actually pull it up, because the back says that Scott Carson is actually a pen name for the author of The Chill. So I'm going to go to my read books. And let's I think it must be a new pen name because this is the only book listed under Scott Carson. So let's do a Google search and see who the pen name is for. Michael, Koryta. Scott Carson is a pen name. It's Michael. I don't know how to say the last name. An American author of contemporary crime and supernatural fiction. So now that I know, so let's go back to Goodreads and see what he's written under Michael. Oh, here we go. So Cold the River. Oh, he's written a lot under, quite a bit under his real name, Michael. So I am going to mark, let's see, so I like to read the older published ones sometimes. So he's got 2014, 2012, 2010, 11, 18. I don't know when that one was published. Oh, 2005. What did I say was this one? 2010? 2010. So 2005, 19, 15, 16, 2008, 6, 7, 9, 14, 13, 18, 15, 14, one that's coming in out in 2021, two of them coming out in 2021. 2006, I don't know when that one was released. So it looks like the first one, he did a series. So let's see. So I'm going to put the first one in this series. I don't know if it's a duology, but I'm going to mark it as want to read and intrigued. Actually, I'm going to move it to that I want it because I really liked the writing. So let me do that. Take it off of intrigued and want. Put it to want. Tonight I Said Goodbye. It's a Lincoln series, or a Lincoln Perry series. And there are 4 books in the series. Looks like the last book was in 2009. So anyway, so I've got that. I want to read that. But I liked it. I thought the writing was well done again. Definite trigger warning for suicide. So keep that in mind too. But I think it's definitely worth the read, and I will definitely, I'm going to want, because this is an ARC that I want off of Goodreads, off of a contest, so I want to see maybe about getting a finished copy just to support the author. I really liked it. And then definitely look into more of his works. So, hey, I've got a new author. I like his writing so far, although it's only one book. But definitely want to look into more. So that's the update. So I'm done with that. Today I will be starting A Deadly Education by Naomi Novik. So I'm going to start this today and see how far I can get. I want to do another quick little update. My mom and I are going to go take, in about 10 minutes, Hobart and Max, her dogs, my dogs, our dogs, to PetSmart to do a little grooming, get their nails trimmed. So, but I'm really excited about this. My grandma, who is from Colorado, sent a package, and she put 2 of those chocolate oranges. I've never really had one. I think the smell bothers me more than the taste, because I smelled the orange. My mom doesn't like them. And I smelled it, and the smell bothered me. Although I did try a piece, and it was okay. It's not something I think I would ever really seek out. But if someone offered me a piece, I could have a piece, but then I'm done for a while. But inside the box, so my mom got my grandma sent my mom 3 socks, Christmas themed. So like one of like pug faces and other dog faces all on one sock, and then like a pug with a reindeer thing being called Santa Paws, and then one with acting like Santa Claus where he's going down the chimney. So all pug, those are hers. But I wanted to show you, my grandma knows I love fun socks. So she sent me in the package these ones. And this one mostly I think because of that black cat there. So I got that. And then there's this one with flamingos, and it says flamingling. Anyway, just 2 Christmas flamingos, snowflakes on it. And then this cute kind of plaid one with a reindeer. So just the same on both. Yep, both sides. And then here's the fun Christmas one with Santa and other cookies, snowman, Christmas tree, snowflake. And then this one says, oh, I looked at this and thought it was a fox. Could be a fox or a cat. It's a cat because it says Meowie Christmas. There you go. It just says Meowie Christmas on the top there. But yeah, so these are from my grandma. So I've got to stick these in the wash before I wear them because clothing, I'm allergic to formaldehyde. I mean, I can handle a little bit, but I can't wear it all day before washing it because a lot of the clothing to keep the colors bright and vibrant has formaldehyde on it, is my understanding from the allergist and doing my own research and stuff, just to try and help as a color preservation thing. And where I'm allergic to it, it makes me itch. So these are going in the wash so that I can start to wear those. And I'm actually doing laundry today, or a load of laundry, so these can go in for the next load. So that's good. Perfect timing. So just wanted to share that with you because I'm excited. I got some new fun socks to wear for Christmas. And I'll see what comes next. Other than taking them, I'm just planning on reading, really. Maybe do some filming. I don't know. We'll see. Good morning, and for those of you who celebrate, happy Thanksgiving. I hope you guys will have a good holiday. I know it's different with everything that's going on. Just putting on some socks. So, I don't know, I just hope it's as enjoyable as it can be. So I'm going to go down and finish helping my mom get ready for, with the food and stuff, and then we're going to take some food. We're going to meet a friend at a retail store that's about halfway between the two of us and give him some of the Thanksgiving because he lives alone. So we're going to give him some food. Otherwise, he would be here eating with us. So we're going to do that. I don't know what time she wants to leave for that, so I'm just making sure I'm ready to go. So I'm sorry I didn't update Tuesday or Wednesday. It has been crazy busy, helping get done what I need to around the house and then get into work. And then of course work has been busy. So there's not really, other than that, sorry, I'm putting on my shoes now, much to update on. So I am working on A Deadly Education by Naomi Novik. I am on page 83, which is chapter 5. So far, I am really enjoying it. So you're following Elle as she's at this school. It kind of sounds like, it gives me, every time they mention this one thing where you just kind of plucked out of life and put into the school if you have magical abilities, kind of just reminds me of Star Trek, beaming me up. So, but they've got to keep safe from these creatures that want to eat magical people. So there's a twist there. And of course Orion is constantly saving her. But I think that has something to do with his ability. I haven't quite figured that out yet, because I know that a lot of them have particular abilities, or what they call affinities, so something they excel at. So still learning things, but so far I'm really enjoying it. I like how snarky Elle is. So anyway, I'll try and update you later, but with it being Thanksgiving, it's just me and my mom. I don't know what we're going to do. I'm just going to go downstairs. We'll probably just read together, maybe do a puzzle, play games, watch some movies. I don't know. So family obviously comes first. So depending on what she wants to do, we'll decide the rest of the day. I'll try and at least update you once tonight, definitely before bed. Just let you know how much, if any, reading I was able to get done. But So yeah, so that's the update for right now. And again, if you celebrate, happy Thanksgiving. And if you don't celebrate Thanksgiving, just have a happy day if you can. Hey guys, it is 7 o'clock Thanksgiving. I have not read any yet today. So there's that. I hope to read some more tonight. And Ophelia's loving on the stand that I have the camera on. So if it shakes a little bit, you know why. Ophelia, please stop. So I haven't read any more. And I didn't do any updates on, it's a little chilly. It's my blanket. I didn't do any updates Tuesday or Wednesday. Tuesday, I helped my mom take our dogs to PetSmart for grooming in the afternoon. And I was already, one of the things with autism is you can have sensory sensitivity, and I was already on edge with a lot of things. Things were brighter, louder. I didn't even want a watch, and I wear a watch, like my Apple Watch. I couldn't even stand to have that on, and things were already bugging me. But we went to PetSmart, and I decided, hey, I'm gonna go look at the cats that they have for sale. I shouldn't have done that. I did not. I'll preface this with saying I did not get a cat. I really wanted to. I have one cat that you may have seen in a previous vlog or previous videos, and that's Ophelia. She's a domestic short-haired, black-haired cat. And she is 11 or 12 now. So she's an older cat. There she is. The one I saw at PetSmart was also a domestic short-hair black cat, but she was 7 months old. One of the big differences is, like, Ophelia's eyes are green, but the cat at PetSmart, her eyes were brown, and her name was Betty. And I really wanted to get her. The adoption fee was $40. She would have had to have been an indoor-only cat, which Ophelia is an indoor-only cat as well. Yeah, you're indoor-only, huh? Yeah. And there she is. It's bath time for her. She's cleaning herself. And I was kind of on an emotional downward spiral Tuesday night, because I left because I told my mom I want to get another cat, and she's like, nope, not doing it. Nope. Ophelia is a one cat. That makes sense. In other words, she would not like having another cat brought in the house. And I understood that, and I understand that my attention needs to go towards Ophelia right now, especially where she's starting to get older. And kind of be a little bit more sensitive to things like that. But at the same time, I felt like and they had other cats there. But I just looked at Betty and fell in love with Betty there. But I felt like I was turning my back on a cat that needed a home where she would be loved and taken care of. And I know there's going to be other people that come around, but I was struggling with that, and then I was struggling with, and I finally, after talking to my mom, she got to the point where it was like, yeah, if you really want to go get her, you can go get her. I'll be fine with it. But then it was like, so I would feel like if I said, yes, I'm going to go get her, then I'm hurting Ophelia and going to offend her and make her mad at me, and I don't know what other word I'm looking for, but yeah, so just not going to be things good with her. But then at the same time, if I say no to adopting the other cat, I'm turning my back on someone that could be a member of the family type of a thing. And so it was very hard. And then Wednesday morning, I went and checked my P.O. box, and I was still kind of going back and forth, but I was leaning more towards the no, because Ophelia is getting older, and I think next time I get a cat, I'm going to want to get two of them at the same time, so we don't have to really worry about offending someone, I guess. I don't know. I hope that makes sense. I don't know. But definitely get two of them at the same time. That way they're companions from the start type of a thing. Just a weird notification there on my phone. So, but then on my way home from the post office, I see a cat on the side of the road that was hit by a car and is dead. So, that really bothered me. I hate that. Because I just don't want their last moments to be pain, and then I feel bad for the family that they may have been living with, and how much worry that their humans may be experiencing when the cat doesn't come home. Or what if the cat has kittens that she's got to feed? What's going to happen to those kittens? Anyway, so my mind just keeps going on all of those. So yeah, so that wasn't good. And then I also did not update on Wednesday because I was helping my mom get ready for today with baking stuff. We went ahead and pre-baked the turkey, and did a couple of other things. And so I had to help her get things down and out from the higher cupboards, and help with some of the cooking and the heavier lifting, and things like that. So just too busy to pick up the camera and vlog. And then today, of course, I did update this morning, but I have not read any because, family is, like I said, I think I said earlier that family is the priority each and every day, and obviously today with it being a holiday, but despite whether it's a holiday or not, family comes first. So we put together some food, take it to her boyfriend who can't come, so we just kind of met in a parking lot, social distance, all masks on. Gave him some Thanksgiving dinner, and because he lives alone, and in Utah right now, we're under the governor's mandate that no one should be coming into your house unless they live in your house. So yeah, so no extended family that lives anywhere. Even that is what it's supposed to be. Of course, you have people that aren't going to, and that's their choice. But and then so then we came home, just kind of relaxed, and I just played some games on my phone. My mom took a nap, and then we had our Thanksgiving lunch dinner. We call it, we kind of alternate sometimes when we have a combination of lunch and dinner. We call it dinch or lunner. I think we like lunner better. So lunch and dinner. Anyway, so we did that, and then we started decorating for Christmas after we got Thanksgiving all cleaned up. So we've got the Christmas tree out. We still need to decorate the Christmas tree, but we have that out. That was a process with my back hurting, getting that up the stairs from the basement and lifting each piece because it's an artificial tree, and so it's in 3 different pieces. So having to drag that up and then put that together, which was fine, but still a process. And then we had to find, she has this nativity set that she absolutely loves to put on our piano, and it's the willow tree designs or pattern or something. But it is gorgeous set. So she got that out on there. Got a few more Christmas decorations. We're not going to go too much just because with her recovering from her shoulder surgery and me having issues with my back, we can put some things out, but then the thought of having to put things away after Christmas, it's like, do we really want to deal with that right now? And especially where we don't know how we're going to be feeling at that point. So there's that. And then I had an issue where my blood sugar dropped too low. I don't know what number it went to because silly me, I didn't check. But I was extremely shaky. I became very hot and flushed, and my vision started to get blurry and gray, and I thought I was going to pass out. So I had to hurry and get something to eat so I would not pass out. I'm good now, but that's very draining and tiring, at least to me. So I just watched some booktube and played on my phone. I watched on there's a video. Oh, I can't remember the name of the tag. Let me see. I have it flagged in my phone so that I can do the tag. So I just want to pull it up here. Let's go to my library, my watch for later videos. Oh, the Booktubers Favorites Tag. I should have remembered that because it's all about some of your favorite booktubers. And it's done by Scott and Becky from the Bookish Bryants. Their channel is so awesome. I'll leave their channel below. So they tagged me, so I will be doing that tag. I've got to figure when I want to do that. I kind of had my videos planned for the rest of the year, but I'm not really happy with how I've got things planned. So I want to refigure it because I want to be happy with what I'm putting out. And so some of them I'm kind of doing just to fill up space, but I really want to do that tag that they did. So, and they did tag me in it. So I really want to do it before, and now I really want to do it. So I'm going to do that. I just need to rearrange things because I have some other ideas too. So I'm going to do that. I mean, it is only right now, let me look back at my phone, it's 7:07. So I'm just going to take my contacts out and read. So, because I'm pretty much caught up on things with BookTube that I want to watch. I've had to think of what I'm going to do to try and make tomorrow a little easier with working in retail. Granted, I'm not face-to-face with customers. I'm more behind the scenes, so to speak, where I just review. People will apply for a line of credit, and then I'll review their application and decide if they are eligible for a line of credit or not. And the store I work for, we do our own in-house financing. We don't go through a bank, so we are much more, I don't really want to say strict, but that's the best word I can think of compared to a bank. We're not as lenient as a bank would be, because a bank where they do their own financing, or other companies that may be backed by a bank, they can take more of a risk for people or give them higher, just higher limits or something. I don't know. But yeah, where we're not backed by a bank and do our own in-house financing, we can't take as big of risks. So, so we're going to have to deal with that. And of course, the associates that are face-to-face with the customers are going to be frustrated because things might take a bit longer, because we're going to have more applications than usual to review. And so, and then customers are wanting to get home or move on to the next store to do their Black Friday shopping. So, yeah. So I expect it to be busy tomorrow. I did work in the IT web department before. I'm a credit analyst now. That was worse than working in the credit department, because you had the Black Friday sales going on, and then of course people had trouble logging into their account and systems crashing and just dealing with all of that. So I'm glad I don't have to deal with that anymore. I just mostly reset passwords, and that's and customer orders. Anyway, what else did I want to update you on real quick? I don't know if I'm going to get to do any updates tomorrow. I'm going to wake up pretty early tomorrow, and my mom and I are going to decorate the Christmas tree tomorrow. And then I don't know what else I need to do. I probably should clock into work a little earlier, because I do get holiday pay for today, but I work 10-hour shifts, so I'm actually going to be short 8 hours because the holiday. I'm going to be short 2 hours because the holiday pay is 8 hours. So, I mean, I don't have to make any of it up, but it'd be nice so I'm not short on my paycheck. So, there's that. Anything else? Oh, that's what I was going to say. I just saw, let me show you. So one thing that I remember talking to my therapist about was if you know that something's going to be a little difficult, surround yourself with things that you like. So I have a candle downstairs from Bath & Body Works called Twisted Peppermint. That's my absolute favorite winter fragrance from them. So I'm going to light that and have that going while I work. I'll have my blanket down there because it's so soft. And then my mom got me this bracelet, just so that I can, if I start to get overwhelmed, just kind of rub the beads, and they're nice and cold. Just kind of move the beads around, like, you know, just gonna mess with it. And then I found this little fidget doohickey online. So I'll have this with me. My therapist, before we were on lockdown again, had this in his office, and I absolutely loved it. So it's just kind of a gear thing. Just spins. And that turns. This is the absolute best fidget thing that I've ever found. I absolutely love it. So I'll have this downstairs with me tomorrow. And then I just have to remind myself, just one account, one credit application at a time, take a deep breath, take my time. Just because the stores and customers might feel like they're in a rush doesn't mean I have to. I mean, yeah, they would like to be out sooner rather than later, but at the same time, if you think about it, who wants someone to rush on their credit and make a bad decision with granting a line of credit? Or if someone comes in trying to commit fraud, that's the other thing. Holidays, fraud attempts go up. And so we have to keep a closer eye for that, which we do anyway, but still. So it's just stressful. Anyway, so yeah, that's pretty much the plan right now for the rest of the week. Tomorrow, and then it's just Saturday, which Saturday I'm closing again, and I tend not to do any vlogging on Saturday just because I figure Monday through Friday is plenty, because my Saturdays are pretty dull. I go grocery shopping with my mom if I need to, and help her put the groceries away, and then I'm at work until I close. So, and then Sundays, it's like I just don't want to. I just want one day where I don't pick up the camera, you know? So that is, I mean, Saturdays I could, but it's just too busy with work, because Saturdays are always busier in the retail than the normal day of the week. So that's where it's going to be for this week's vlog. I'm sorry I didn't do more reading and update more, but that's just how life goes sometime. I can definitely tell you I'm not going to read all the books that I wanted to, since there's tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday left. And my TBR for this month was 9 books. And I've read 3. I'm working on book number 4. So, yeah, I'm not going to get all those books read, and that's okay. They'll just go back on my shelf, and I'll just pick them up at a later date, because I still really want to read all those. It'll just be later. The other thing I'll take downstairs is just a little fuzzy thing that's just really soft. So I've got my blanket that's soft, but if it gets too hot, you know, then I'll have this to love on. Or anyway, so there's that. So yeah, and then this weekend on Sunday, I hope to just kind of plan some videos that I have planned that I'm really excited for, so that I hope you'll like when I get them out. But that's the plan. Yeah. So if you are new here, again, my name is Christine, and I hope you'll stick around and we can get to know each other and our reading tastes and have some good recommendations back and forth. That'd be great. And if you'd like and you haven't already, please subscribe and like and notification bell, which I don't really know. I think there's issues with the notification bell from what I've seen from people on Twitter and other people mentioned in their videos. So I don't know if hitting the notification bell is going to do any good. So there's that. So that's all. I keep thinking I'm something I'm forgetting. I hate that. I really do. I really, really hate it when I have that. So, well, I guess if I think of it, I can always just... my mom hit the button on the phone by mistake. I can always pick up the camera if I feel like there's something I forgot that I need to say, but I remember that I can't think of right now. But until next time, stay true to yourself and enjoy a good book. And I will talk to you later.